Hello my dear friends, I'm sure now you have started preparing for your exam. And in the last video I told you when you start preparing for your exam you should be familiar with the syllabus and the previous questions. Today I'm going to discuss almost 15 question papers from 2003 onwards including HSA, HSST and collegiate examination based on linguistics, phonetics and history of English language. And why I'm posting this video is just to familiarize you with the patterns of questions asked previously. And after having a glimpse of all these questions, you will get a clear idea of the important areas to be focused while studying linguistics, phonetics and history of English language. And when you go through the questions, you can see same questions are repeatedly asked several times, which means you should give more focus on that particular area. So let's see the previous questions.
Let me begin with 2015 lecturer in English question paper. In philology, Grimslow gives systematic statements on sound change, vowels, consonants, allophone. The right answer is sound change. And Grimslow was first formulated by Jacob Grimm in his Deutsche Grammatik, published in the year 1822. Old English is also known as Celtic, Teutonic, Gaelic and Anglo-Saxon. The right answer is Anglo-Saxon. The Norman conquest of England took place in which century? It was in the 11th century, and Norman invasion of England in 1066 by the Duke of Normandy and later styled William the Conqueror. Through the great vowel shift, all Middle English changed the pronunciation. Long vowels, short vowels, semi-vowels and diphthongs. The right answer is all Middle English long vowels changed the pronunciation. The great vowel shift was first studied by Otto Jespersen, a Danish linguist and Anglicist who coined the term the great vowel shift. How many second-person personal pronouns were in early modern English? The answer is 2 personal pronouns. How many varieties of English are in use globally? And we know there are many varieties of English are in use globally. Next question is Bloomfield is connected with semantics, traditional grammar, American structuralism and Prague School. The right answer is American structuralism, and according to them, language has a structure and it is composed of units of elements, phonemes, morphemes, etc. And the interrelationship is determined by the structure of language. Next question, an important question. TG grammar or transformative generative grammar is associated with. The right answer is Noam Chomsky. Creole is a combination of many languages, a language developed from Pidgin, a variety of English, and a combination through languages. The right answer is a language developed from Pidgin. A Creole is a language that has developed from a mixture of different languages and has become the main language in a particular place. Creole is generally considered to be a Pidgin language. A Pidgin language is a simplified language developed between two groups that do not have a common tongue. Next, I am going to discuss 2014 screening test conducted for lecturer in English. English belongs to which branch of Indo-European family of languages? The right answer is West Germanic. The most important work written in the Anglo-Saxon language was Beowulf, and Beowulf is an Old English epic poem. Which period was characterized by radical change in grammar and vocabulary of English language? Old English, Middle English, Romantic and Victorian. The right answer is Victorian period. Positional variants of phonemes are known as allophones, and positional variants of morphemes are known as allomorphs. Identify the suprasegmental features. Vowels, diphthongs, consonants, intonation. The right answer is intonation. Other suprasegmental features are pitch, stress, tone, etc. Which of the following is an example of compounding? Receive, truth, aircraft, include. The right answer is aircraft. It is the process of combining two words to create a new word. IC analysis or immediate constituent analysis was first introduced by Leonard Bloomfield. And next question, aspects of the theory of syntax was written by. The right answer is Noam Chomsky, and it's also another important question. Language variety showing features typical of an occupation is referred to as register, syntax, allophone, idiolect. The right answer is register. The language used by a group of people who share similar work or interest, such as doctors or lawyers. An idiolect is an individual's distinctive and unique use of language. Let's discuss a few questions from HSST Junior 2003. The phrase "a terrible beauty" is an example of the figure of speech oxymoron, a figure of speech in which apparently contradictory terms appear in conjunction. Next question, the various languages that evolved from Latin known as Romance languages. The major languages of the family include French, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, and Romanian. Indo-European languages are grouped into Centum and Dash languages. Centum languages. Centum is the ancient word for 100 in Latin, a language in the western branch of Indo-European, and Satum is the ancient word for 100 in Avestan, a language in the eastern branch of Indo-European. When part of one word is combined with part of another to form a new word, carrying with it the idea behind both the original terms, we have this portmanteau word. The leveling of inflection took place during which period? It was in the Middle English period. We can study languages either synchronically or diachronically. The formation of the word laser is an instance of acronym. An acronym is a word or name formed from the initial components of a longer name or phrase, usually using individual initial letters. The word laser is an acronym for the expression light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Let's discuss the 2011 HSST question paper. The concept of TG grammar is the contribution of Noam Chomsky. The term immediate constituent was introduced by Leonard Bloomfield, and here you can see the same question is repeated several times. The description of a particular state of a language or at some point of time is called dash study of language. It is synchronic study of language. The various languages which evolved from Latin are known as Romance languages. The speech sounds produced with the vocal cords wide apart and the glottis open are called voiceless sounds. A word formed by combining two or more words to have two meanings packed in one is called portmanteau words. The intonation pattern used in a confirmation tag question is a rising intonation or rising tone. The period from AD 450 to 1066 is known as dash in the history of English language. It was the Old English period. If a syllable ends in a consonant, it is called a closed syllable. The concrete manifestation of language either through speech or writing is called parole. The terms lang and parole was introduced by Ferdinand de Saussure. Lang denotes a system of internalized shared rules governing a national language's vocabulary, grammar, and sound system. Pairs of words such as made, meet, heal, etc. are instances of homophone. The word radar is an example of acronym radio detection and ranging, and it's also an example of a palindrome, a word, phrase, or sentence that reads the same backwards and forwards. So, next question is from HSST English NCA Notification 2016. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicles were written in Wessex dialect. The following change occurred in the transition from Old English to Middle English. The language acquired grammatical gender. The language became less inflected. Word order became less rigid. None of the above. The right answer is the language became less inflected. The modern English period is generally considered to have begun from 1500 AD. When a word loses its pejorative sense, it is called amelioration. Amelioration is a process whereby a positive meaning is associated with a word, and pejoration is a process whereby a negative meaning is associated with a word. The word nice has achieved its modern meaning by amelioration from the earlier sense foolish, silly, etc. The dialect spoken by working class people in the east part of London is called Gaelic Pidgin Cockney Londonish. The right answer is Cockney dialect. Words in English will have either primary or secondary stress on the first syllable, the first or the third syllable, the second or the third syllable, the first or the second syllable. The right answer is the first or the second syllable. Next question. Chomsky's concept about structural properties common to all languages is called common grammar, structural synthesis, universal grammar, cosmopolitan grammar. The right answer is universal grammar. Transformational generative grammar is so called because it generates new transformational rules. It accounts for the transformation of sentences and generates sentences from the given patterns. It applies generative rules to transformation. None of the above. The right answer is it accounts for the transformation of sentences and generates sentences from given patterns. The variety of language used in a particular discourse or profession is called register. The rule which accounts for the presence and pronunciation of the past tense morpheme in English is called morphophonemic. The phonological variation within morphophonemes usually marking different grammatical functions. Example, the vowel changes in sleep and slept, bind and bound, etc. Next, we have HSST English 2016. Dash was formulated to explain how the great consonant shift happened. The answer is Grimm's law. The structural device that formed an essential part of versification in Old English is, the right answer is alliteration. The Middle English period begins with dash conquest. The answer is Norman conquest. What were the striking differences between Chaucerian and present-day pronunciation due to? The great consonant shift, spread of education, invention of printing, the great vowel shift. The right answer is the great vowel shift, a change in pronunciation of the long vowels of Middle English. The shifting of stress from the initial syllable was the result of Latin influence. The formation of the word atone from the old usage at one is an example of telescoping, the contraction of a phrase, word or part of word. So here you can see an example, biodegradable for biologically degradable. The word pandemonium is the contribution of Milton in his well-famous epic Paradise Lost. The word pandemonium is the contribution of John Milton. The ways in which sounds influence each other is called elision, juncture, assimilation, aspiration. The right answer is assimilation. Transformational generative grammar was first introduced by, so I'm sure you know the answer well. So the right answer is Noam Chomsky, who is the proponent of the approach called descriptive linguistics. The answer is Leonard Bloomfield. Statements are normally spoken in falling tone. The study of meaning and its manifestation in language is referred to as semantics. Germanic languages are also known by the term two-tonic. Next, we have HSST English Junior 2018. The first question: the way in which linguistic elements are put together to form phrases or clauses are called semantics, syntax, deconstruction, and phonetics. The right answer is syntax. Next question: specific features that are superimposed on the utterance of speech are suprasegmentals, stress, intonation, phonemes. The right answer is suprasegmentals. Third question: derivation and compounding are terms related to vocabulary, grammar, morphology, phonology. The correct answer is morphology. Fourth question: Noam Chomsky is generally associated with generative grammar, traditional grammar, informal grammar, English grammar. The right answer is generative grammar. Fifth question: the signifier and the signified are terms used in the linguistic theory of I.A. Richards, Ferdinand Saussure, T.S. Eliot, Roland Barthes. The right answer is Ferdinand Saussure. Next one: the first Germanic sound shift is also known as Werner's law, Grimm's law, Clutch's law, and none of these. The right answer is Grimm's law. Seventh question: the Kentish, Mexican, Northumbrian, etc. are Middle English dialects, Standard English dialects, Modern English dialects, and Old English dialects. The right answer is Old English dialects. Next one: the language variety unique to a single speaker of a language is called dialect, syntax, phonetics, and idiolect. The right answer is idiolect. Ninth question: Chaucer's Canterbury Tales is an example of German dialect, Middle English, Old English, Pidgin English. The right answer is Middle English dialect. 10th question: the classical words found a way to the English language since. The right answer is since the Renaissance. Here you have a few more important descriptive questions from the previous question papers, and these questions are included so as to familiarize you with the old questions, and I am not going in detail, so let's discuss HSA English 2007. The first question is transcribe the following words, and the next one is give a short description of psycholinguistics. Third one is define dialect and sociolect. Fourth one is bring out the difference between phonetics and phonology. So next is from HSST Junior 2005. The first one is what is the linguistic importance of great vowel shift. Next is what are the diachronic and synchronic approach to the study of language. Third one is which are the Romance languages and why are they called so? Next question is what is polarization, and the fifth one is what are portmanteau words. Next is what does Grimm's law refer to, and next is what are consonant clusters. So next questions are from HSST Senior 2005. The first one is a difference between traditional grammar and structural grammar. Next is the influence of French on Middle English. Third one is allophones. And next few questions are included from VHSC 2006. The first one is the Indo-European family of languages. Second is diphthongs. And the third question is aspects of morphology. So next few questions are included from Collegiate Education 2008 and 2021. The first question is what is an allomorph, and explain the term register in the context of linguistic study. Give examples. Third one is what is the difference between syntagmatic and paradigmatic relations. Fourth one is explain Pidgin and Creole. Fifth one is what are suprasegmental features in phonology. Sixth is elaborate on the three components of transformational generative grammar. Seventh one is explain the concept of standard English. Eighth one is write a brief note on blending. Next one is what are nasals, and the last, so next question is form class and function class words, and the last question is transcribe and mark the primary and secondary stress of the following words. Here ends the video. If you need any further clarification, you are free to put a comment in the comment box. As I told you in the beginning, you should note down these questions and study well for your exams. Wish you all the best.